Hello guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. It is Skrills, and today I will be redrafting the 2000 NHL draft. So now, let's get into it. Before it starts, I just want to say that Matthew Lombardi and Jarrett Stoll will not be in this redraft because they were both later drafted again in 2002. At number 1, the New York Islanders selected Rick DiPietro, but I have them picking Henrik Lundqvist, who was originally picked 205th overall in the 7th round. Even though the other players in this redraft are successful, none of them are as successful as the future Hall of Famer. Now going second, I have Marian Gaborik going to the Atlanta Thrashers. The veteran originally was picked third by the Minnesota Wild, but his career stats of 1,035 games, 407 goals and 408 assists for 815 points definitely puts him in the top 2. At third, I have the Minnesota Wild selecting Justin Williams. The original pick was Marian Gaborik, who I already said, but I think the former teammates are close in the race for second place, but the edge has to go to Gaborik for me. With the fourth pick, I have the Columbus Blue Jackets selecting Danny Heatley. Heatley's career was cut short after his superstar's stats slowly declined. Heatley hasn't played in the league since 2014 with the Ducks. The fifth pick was held by the New York Islanders, and I have them selecting Scott Hartnell. Hartnell's aggressive play led to a lot of penalty minutes, but definitely brought awareness to his opponents. Next up, I have Nashville picking Ron Hainsey. Ron Hainsey is a solid two-way defenseman who still plays, actually, currently as the alternate captain of the Ottawa Senators. At seventh, I have the Boston Bruins selecting Nicholas Kronwall. Kronwall is known for his hits, but can also make plays off of passes where he gets a whole bunch of assists. At 8, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning selecting Antoine Vermette. He played on 5 different NHL teams throughout his career. Vermette is a different type of player. He could be a top-line scorer or a checking-line goon. At 9, I have the Calgary Flames picking Ilya Bryzgalov. He was a great goaltender who was actually super funny. Just look at some of his old clips. It'll definitely make you laugh. And as you can probably tell, since I picked Ilya Bryzgalov, I am not looking at what they needed. And I have the Chicago Blackhawks picking Brad Boyes, who has played on 7 different teams. And the top goal scorer once put up 43 goals in 2007-2008 with the Blues. At 11, the Blackhawks have another pick, and they select Lubomir Wisnowski, who once put up 68 points in 81 games with the Ducks in 2010-2011. With the 12th pick, I have the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim selecting Brooks Orpik. Brooks Orpik was just a great player who had a great career, winning 2 Stanley Cups, once with the Penguins, once with the Capitals, which was most recent. At 13, I have the Montreal Canadiens selecting Alexander Frolov. Frolov hasn't had the longest of careers, but he did put up 397 points in 579 games. At 14, I have the Avalanche picking Raffi Torres. Torres was originally the 5th overall pick, so I definitely have him dropping. He was mainly known for his hits, but his hitting couldn't get him back in the top 5. Sorry guys, but the next guy does not have any photos I can find. At 15, I have the Buffalo Sabres picking Roman Sečmanić. Sečmanić had a short career, but he made it good. In 2000-2001, he went 35, 15, and 6, with a 201 goals against average and a 921 save percentage. Those were basically his stats his whole career, ending with a 208 goals against average, 919 save percentage, and a 110, 64, and 28 record. At 16, I have the Montreal Canadiens picking John Michael Liles. It was tough putting him at 16 because I think he's better than that, but the top 15 are just a little bit better than him. At 17, I have the Edmonton Oilers picking Travis Moen. By looking at stats, you just know why he is here. 747 games, 59 goals, 77 assists, and 801 penalty minutes. At 18, I have the Pittsburgh Penguins picking Matt Hendricks. Hendricks had a similar story as Raffi Torres and Travis Moen, with 607 games and 722 penalty minutes, with not too much points. At 19, I have the Coyotes picking Michael Ouellet. Ouellet is like Sečmanić, Ouellette has only played 190 games over 4 seasons, but he put up 116 points over that time and earned himself a spot in my top 30. At 20, I have the LA Kings picking Derek Engelland. Derek did not play in the NHL until 2009-2010, which is almost 10 years after the NHL draft. Engelland is currently playing with the Vegas Golden Knights, as he was picked in the expansion draft. At 21, I have the Ottawa Senators picking Rostislav Klesla. Klesla is hard to rank. He put up an average amount of points and also an average amount of penalty minutes as a defenseman, so it's pretty tough to rank him. Next up at 22 is Curtis Foster to the Devils. Foster played 9 NHL seasons, which sounds like he was successful, but he actually never played over 74 games in a season. He still put up a pretty good amount of points, though. With the 23rd pick, I have the Vancouver Canucks selecting Antti Miettinen. Miettinen has put up a career 539 points, 97 goals, and 133 assists for 230 points in 234 penalty minutes, and an all-around good player. At 24th, I have Paul Martin to the Leafs. Martin was a University of Minnesota commit and became a great player in the NHL with 50 goals, 270 assists for 320 points in 870 career games. All around, a great player. I wish I could have been able to watch him today. I have Thomas Kopecky going to the Dallas Stars at 25. Kopecky has grown into a great player, but not in the top 20 in my redraft yet, so. At 26, I have the Washington Capitals selecting Steve Ott. Ott is one of the biggest goons of this generation. He has 109 goals, 179 assists for 288 points and 1,555 penalty minutes and 848 games. Yes, 1,555 penalty minutes. Nearing the end, I have the Boston Bruins picking Dominic Moore at 27. Moore has had a long, successful career that ended a couple years ago, sadly. At 28, I have the Philadelphia Flyers choosing Nick Schultz. Schultz is a veteran who joined the league in 2001-2002 and retired in 2016-17. Schultz was a great player and could always be a top pairing option at D. With the 29th pick, I have the Red Wings selecting Anton Volchenkov. Volchenkov has been great throughout his long career and had some pretty good block shots. With the last pick in this first round, I'm going with Rick DiPietro. DiPietro originally was the first overall pick, so he definitely went down after a bad career and one of the worst contracts in NHL history. Okay guys, that is it. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and comment down your top 5 for a chance for a heart. Bye!